What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you my main NS alg for every case. I will be following the order outlined in the Skewb resources PDF, which is also a great resource if you're looking for all algs for any of these cases. Real quick, before I get into actual algs, I thought I'd go over some of the basic triggers that I talk about in this video so that you can know what I'm talking about when I say these. So, first of all, there's sledge, which is just this, and hedge, which is just this. And you should know both of those from coming from Sarah's Advanced. And when I say insert a corner, I mean this 3-move trigger. Or if I say insert on this side, then I mean this 3-move trigger. And if I'm saying take out a corner, then on this side, you would do this. And on this side, you would do this. So the first cases we're going to be going over are the worst cases with Sarah's Advanced that take 5 sledges to solve. So first up is this Peanut plus Z Perm. These two swap, and the centers are here. I mean the corners. So how you do this alg is you're going to take this corner out like that. Put it back in like this. And then like insert that. And then insert this corner. So again, this alg goes like this. The next case we're going to be going over, I use a pretty new alg for this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go 1, 2 here like this, do a sledge, and then you're going to finish with this move like that, and then B, B, R. So again, that one you go 1, 2, sledge, 1, 2, 3, 4. This next case, the alg that I use, you're going to do this is a peanut, by the way, with these two swap and these two swap. You're going to do B prime, sledge cancel, and then insert this corner. By sledge cancel, I mean this case. So again, you're going to go B prime, sledge cancel, insert that corner. For this case, how I like to do it is you go here and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So you're going then back, insert one more time. This next case, this is Peanut plus H Perm. How I recommend you do this case, there are a lot of very good algs for this, so you can kind of choose your favorite. The one I recommend is you take this corner out like that, then you come here, sledge, here hedge, done. So again, this next case is a pi plus triple sledge, which also is a pretty bad Sarah's case. How I would do this is you insert this corner to here like that, and then you're going to finish by going 1, 2, insert 1, 2, 3. So again, that alg goes like this. And this is the last case of the bad Sarahs. You're going to do it similarly to the last case where you go 1, 2, 3. So that's just the inverse of the other alg. So you're starting like the end with the 3. Then you take this corner out. Then you go up, over, and take this corner out. The next bad Sarah cases are the 2 pure swirl perms. So how you recognize these is based on which side, like which direction the swirl goes. So this one goes counterclockwise, and this one goes clockwise. And a little cheat for when you're going fast in a solve is the counterclockwise one. These two match, like this side and these two do not match. So for the counterclockwise one where they match, the alg goes like this. You're going to go insert B, R prime, R, finish like that. So another way you can execute this is if you go, after you do that B, R prime, you're going to rotate down and insert this corner like that, and then finish. So, but I've recently switched to prefer it like this, which is the same moves. For this case, how you're going to do it is you're going to take this corner out to here, and then flick this over there, insert this again, rotate down, sledge, and then you're going to finish with this push move with your thumb. So again, two cases not mentioned in the Skewb resources learning order, but that you do need algs for, are pi plus H perm and pure peanut. So I'm going to teach you these algs right after the bad Sarah's cases, since they're pretty useful algs. So first of all, for this one, how you're going to do it is one here, take out this corner, but finish with an R2, right? So you're going, then you're going to insert this corner to here and do an R prime. And for this one, you're going to start here, do a B, sledge right here, and go down like that and do a hedge like that. This next set of cases is the peanut plus swirl perm cases. So how you're going to recognize these is based on where the peanut is, if the center is connected to the bar or not, and the direction of the swirl. So first of all, we're going to start off with these two cases. These are where the bar is connected to the peanut and the swirl comes in from the back to the bar, right? So it's coming here. You can also recognize these by the fact that these two do not match, while when the swirl comes in from the front, they will match. So this first case, where the peanut looks like a sledge, you're going to come here and do 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So you're going 1, and then doing like an inverse of an insert to there. Then you're going to rotate up and do another, take out the corner, and finish like that. This case is very similar. You're just going to go in the other order. So first you're going to take it out on this side, right? And then you're going to take it out on this side. So again, you go. Next up, we're going to go over the ones where it's solved. No. Actually, we should go over these ones first. So next up, we're going over the ones where the swirl comes in from the front and there is no block with the U center. So these algs are just going to be the inverse of the last ones we went over. So you're going to do this move, insert this corner, done. So how you recognize between the two is you're always going to do a move and then insert on the side that the U center is on, right? So for this one, you do that. And for this one, you do it like that. These next two cases are where there's a bar and a bar, or alternatively, you can recognize it because the swirl comes in from the front. So this first one, we're going to come here. This is the sledge one. We're going to do a B move, sledge here, rotate up, and solve this corner like that. This one's going to be the inverse of the last case. So how we're going to do it is take this corner out to here, then do that, and you do this move while rotating down because you're going to do a hedge here next, and then finish. Sorry. So one more time, you're going to take this out to here, hedge, finish. These next two cases are where there's no bar here and the swirl comes in from the back, and this U center is not matching these corners. So how you're going to do this one, where the U center is on the right, is you're going to come here, do B prime, sledge, first three moves of hedge, and finish with an R prime. The second one, what you're going to do is you're going to start here, you're going to do an R prime, sledge, edge, last move. So you'll notice that we did R prime, so you can do an R2 or an R, depending on what suits your preference for that alg. These next cases are going to be peanut Wat Perm. This is recognized by the position of the opposite center and the position of the U center in relative to the peanut pieces. So first of all, we're going to go over these two cases. So this is where the U center makes a bar with this headlight and the opposite center is behind it, right? So we have this one on the right and this one on the left. So when it's on the right, you're going to come here and twist this corner like that. And then you're going to come up, take that corner out, and then one more. So again, and then the other one, you're just going to do the mirror. So you're going to twist the corner like this, and then take it out like that. So one more time. These next two cases are where the U center does not make a block with either of the headlights, and the opposite center is in front of the U center. So this one is where it's on the right, and on this one it is on the left. So when it's on the left, what we're going to do is we're going to do an R prime, sledge, and then insert this. But you'll notice, just like the other case before, when we do an R prime sledge, you could also opt to do an R2 into the sledge, or you can go the other way with your first move. So that's again up to your preference. For this case, how you're going to do it is you're going to take this corner out to here, rotate down and insert this, and do your last move. These next two cases are where there's a bar with the U center, and the opposite center is in the front. So either on the left or on the right. When it's on the right, what you're going to do is B prime, take this corner out to here, do a sledge like that, and then you're going to rotate down, and these last two moves are kind of awkward, but you'll get used to them. You push with your thumb like that, and then you pull up. So again, that looks like this. This next alg is a bit awkward. It's very fast, but it's a bit hard to learn at first. We're actually going to hold the layer on bottom for this. And I want you to look at the orange layer here to visualize. So you're going to insert this corner to here. Now we're going to move this out of the way and insert that corner, and then solve the three mover. So one more time. These next two cases are where the U center does not make a block and the opposite center is in the back. So first of all, when the opposite center is on the right, how you're going to do this is hold it here. You're gonna do the first two moves of a hedge. Then you're gonna rotate up and do an R prime sledge. So again, we can do an R2 or an R, depending on your preference. On this one, I prefer R2, sledge, and then first three moves of hedge and finish the other way. So one more time. And this last case, how you're going to do it, this is where the opposite center is on the left. You're going to do one move like this, then take this corner out, rotate down, insert this, and then finish 1, 2, 3. So one more time. So the next cases we're going over are the pi plus swirl perm cases, and you can recognize these by how the U center is relative to the pi, as well as which way the swirl perm goes. So first we're going to go over the two where the U center makes a big block with the pi, and how you distinguish these is whether it comes in from the left, the swirl, or from the right. So when it comes in from the left, you'll notice there's also a hedge block in the back, and when it comes in from the right, there's a sledge block in the back. So this is helpful because for the sledge case, how we're going to go about doing this alg is we're going to actually do a sledge right here, and then do this case that we learned earlier. So as you'll notice, this is incredibly fast and regripless despite being a lot of moves. For this one, how we're going to do it is slightly different, but it's still a very good alg. So we're going to insert this corner to here first, and then we're going to do a hedge right here. Then we're going to do a sledge right here. So again, insert, edge, sledge, done. And you'll notice I like to use different hedge finger tricks there. I like to do that one so I can be ready to do a thumb on top sledge from the other angle. These next two cases is where the U center makes no block with the pie. And you'll notice that these also have where it comes in from the right and in from the left. And how you'll recognize these is based on the direction of the swirl, as well as you'll notice when it comes in from the right, it'll have a big block on the right over here, and when it comes in from the left, it'll have a big block on the left. So for this one first, how we're going to solve it is we're going to insert this corner to here, then take this corner out like that, then take this corner out, and do our last move. So again, and now for this one, how we're going to do it is we're going to do an R, B, and then kind of a sexy move here, like R, U, R prime, U prime, and then insert this corner. Now, so one more time, you go. Now next up, we're going to be doing these cases, which are the two sledge and hedge cases where the swirl comes in from behind it, right? So you see how that works. And you'll also notice that these ones have no block on top, while when it comes in from front, there will be a giant block on the top. So for the hedge one first, how we do this is you do this move, and then you insert this corner. Now you're going to insert this corner and take this corner out. For this case, how I like to do it is I'm going to start right here. This is just the mirror of the last alg. So I'm going to do a R prime, insert this corner, then insert this corner, and then take this one out. And lastly, for these cases, I've already explained how to recognize them. So how you're going to do these algs is this one first. We're going to go, this is the sledge block. You're going to come here and go 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to insert this corner to here and finish like that. However, I like to finger trick it slightly differently than that. So once I do these, I'm going to go like this instead. Same moves, but just a slightly different way to execute it. For this case, what I like to do is I'm going to come here and do a little B prime, sledge right here, hedge right here, and then take this corner out. Next up, we're going to go over half of the pie plus Wat Perm set. So if you'll notice, there are half the pie plus Wat Perm are simply sledge to U Perm right here. So those algs won't save you as much time as these ones, so we'll go over them later in the tutorial because there are other algs that are more important to learn first. So how you're going to recognize these is based on how the U center is relative to the pie, as well as where the opposite center is on either side of the U. So starting out with the two where it makes a large block, when the opposite center is on the right, you'll notice there's a sledge block in the back, and when it's on the left, there's a hedge block. So what that means is that when we get the sledge one, we'll do this alg, where you go 1, 2, 3, and then like this. So you're doing 1, 2, sledge, and then you're gonna finish this like solving the layer here. You're gonna solve this corner, and then insert that one. So once again, 1, 2, sledge, 1, 2, insert. And now for this one, we're going to start at this angle, and we're going to take this corner out, and then move it up to here. Then rotate down and do an R2 prime. And then you're going to solve this layer like this. Now for these two cases, where there is no barb, the opposite center can either be on the right or the left. And when it's on the right, how we're going to do this is we're going to take the corner out to here and go 1, 2 like that. Insert this corner and finish with 2 moves. So again, and now for this one, how we're going to do it is you're going to start here. You're going to do an R2. So you're doing an R prime, and then you're going to insert this corner. So we're going to start with an R2, and then finish the insert from there. Now you're going to go B, R, little R prime, R, B, like that. So one more time. So next up, we're going to go over the Peanut plus Vertical U Perm cases. And for these, you recognize them by where the U center is relative to the peanut, so if it makes a block or not, and then what the block points towards. So for this one, it's a sledge block, and for this one, it's a hedge block, right? So for the sledge block, how we're going to do this is we're actually going to switch to the yellow layer and twist this corner and then do sledge. And for the hedge, we're going to do the same thing, only on the other layer, and we'll do hedge after. So how you recognize these is that you're going to twist it towards your solved layer always, and you're going to do it on the side, and you're going to twist the corner that's on the side where the U center is, right? So you wouldn't twist this one because the U center isn't here. You would twist this one, and it would go towards here. So then when we get this one, how we're going to do this is we're also going to switch layers. So we're going to twist this corner like that. And since there's no block, instead of twisting like this, you're going to twist the inverse. And that's just something you need to memorize. So you're going to twist the inverse like this, or actually you'd finger trick it like that, and then do a sledge. Now for this last case, it is possible to twist it here into hedge, but I find that kind of awkward. So I like this other alg here, where you're going to go in the back. You're going to go 1, 2, insert this corner to here, and then finish in 3. So once more. So these next cases are going to be the pi plus X Perm cases, but we are not going to go over the ones where there's a sledge or a hedge block, because you can simply do sledge to U Perm here. And we will eventually cover them later in the tutorial, but for now, your time is better spent learning other algs that would save more time in your solves. So how you recognize these is based on the 2 opposite centers and how the U center is with the pi. So first we're going to go over the 2 where the U center makes a big block. And you'll notice there's an adjacent center on the right on this one and on the left on this one, because all the others are opposite. So for the one where the adjacent is on the right, you're going to come here and you're going to do R prime, insert this corner, sledge, rotate, and you're going to solve that corner like that. So once again, and then for this one, we're going to start here, take this corner out like that. We're going to do this move, but we're actually going to do it more like that because we need to be here on our next move. So that helps us do the Z2. We're going to do hedge and then B. So once again, since that one's kind of difficult, now for the next 2, these are where the U center does not make a block at all. So first up, this one, where the adjacent center is on the left, and it makes kind of a sledge block here. You're going to start here, do B prime, and then sledge on this block. Then you're going to rotate down like this, take this corner out, and finish in 1 move. Now for this one, we're going to start here, and we're going to do flake, flake, like that. And then insert this corner to here, and then solve the white layer as follows. So the next set we're going to be going over is the Pi Plus Vertical U Perm cases. And for these two, sledge cancel, H Perm cancel is quite a good alg for these. So we're going to wait till later in the tutorial to learn the NS, because your time is spent better learning other cases at first. But for these two, these are pretty bad Sarah's cases, so we're going to learn them. This one, where it makes a big block, you're going to start here. You're going to do sledge cancel, and then sledge cancel again. So that's a lot of moves, but it's very spammy. So I like it. And then for this case, you're going to start here and insert this corner, then do a B prime, and kind of insert this like that, and finish in 2. Next up are the Pi Plus Horizontal U Perm cases. We'll again be only going over half of them, because the other half, you'll notice, these ones can be solved in 3 sledges like this. So they're quite good cases, which means that you want to learn other algs first. So first of all, we're going to start out with the 2 where the headlights point toward the center. And again, we're only going over the ones where it points there and away, because the ones where it points to the side can be solved in 3 sledges. So we'll do them later in the tutorial. So for this one, where it points, and this is on the left, you're going to start here and do B R prime, then do a hedge right here, and then the same 2 moves again. So one more time. And then for this one, we're going to do a similar thing, but from this angle. So we're going to do little b, big R, sledge right here, then finish with the same 2 moves. So again. Now for this case, how we're going to do it, is you're going to start right here, and you're going to do an R B prime, and then sledge right here, and then finish with the same 2 moves, but finger trick like that. So again. Now for this case, how we're going to do it is the alg, you're going to do an R B prime and then hedge here, but that's a bit awkward, so I like to start with the kind of like a U prime R, and then do my hedge like that, and then U, and finish with an R2. So next up, we're going to be going over L4C. So these are all the cases where there is 1 solved center, and the other 4 are not solved. So first up, we're going to go over H Perm and Z Perm. You should already know these from advanced, but there are slightly better algs that you can use. So for Z Perm, how you're going to do it is R B prime, and then kind of like a back sexy move kind of thing here, right? So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then finish like this. So again. And then for H Perm, I actually don't know a very good alg for H Perm. So what I do is I'm going to do a that alg, which is kind of like a soon, and then you're going to rotate down and do a sledge here. So again, up, over, up, back, down, back, sledge. Next up, this is triple sledge, and this can be solved using 3 sledges, which is quite fast, but a good alg for this case as well is you can do a B prime, take this corner out, B, and then solve these 2 with that trigger. Now for these 2 cases, I use a few different algs, but one of the algs that's very good here is from here, you do a sexy move like that, then you take this corner out, and then you finish with a B. And then for this one, a very good alg is you take this corner out, do a B, you're gonna insert it with that trigger, right? So like, and then do your last move. Next up, we're going to be going over the rest of the L5C cases. If you remember, we already covered the pure Swirl Perm cases earlier in this video, so we won't be going over them now. We will be going over the Wat Perms, which look like this, and the X Perms, which look like this. So first up, we're going to go over the Wat Perms, and you recognize these by the 1 opposite center and which side of the U center it's on. So when it's on the right, you're going to come here and you're going to do sledge into this case, but you're going to finger trick it like this. Now for this one, when the opposite center is on the left, you're going to do hedge into this case and finger trick it like normal. Now for this one, this X Perm, where the adjacent center is on the right, you're going to start here and take this corner out. And then you're going to do those 3 moves and then repeat. So it's just the same trigger twice. Again. Now for this case, we're going to start here and we're going to do a B prime. Take this corner out, B, insert this, rotate down and do a sledge. So again, and we will be using that alg that we used to get to sledge later. It's for this case, but I'll be teaching that again later. So the next cases we're covering are the Peanut plus O Perm cases. So you can recognize these by the peanut and the 2 solved centers. And then you can distinguish between the cases by where the U center and the solved centers are in correlation to the O Perm. So these 2 is where the headlights are around the big block and the U center is on either side. How you're going to do this one is you're going to do an R prime and then insert this, then come out the other end and insert the other way. Very easy. And for this one, you're going to do a similar thing, just the other way. So you're going to go up, then insert like that, and then the other way. Now for these next cases, this is where the corners point away from the big block, and the center is on either side. So when it's here, you're going to take this corner out this way, then go up, and then twist it like that. Right. So again. And then for this one, you're going to take it out this way, and then twist it the other way. And that finger trick I did there was probably bad. You should, when you're here, don't push like that, just finish. Sorry. So these next 2 cases you can recognize because it has a bar, but it makes a bar with the U center, but it is not around the big block. So how you're going to do this one, where the U center is on the left of the giant block, is you're going to start here, do that move, insert this corner, rotate down, sledge here, finish. And for this one, we're going to start kind of on the orange layer. You're going to envision that. So how you're going to do this is you want to pair up the yellow, so you can insert it like that and solve that block. But that breaks this corner, so then we have to rotate down and insert it. Now for these last 2 cases, how you're going to do them is with the layer on bottom again. So this one, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, insert this corner to here, down, down. And this one, where the U center is on the right, you're going to go 1, 2, take this corner out, finish like that. So these next cases are pi plus Z Perm Conjugate. You can recognize these by the 1 solved center, as well as the pi and where the U center is in relative to the pi. So for the first 2 cases, this is where it's a sledge or a hedge, and the bottom of the block is next to the solved center, versus these ones where the top is next to it. So when the bottom is next to it, for the sledge one, what we're going to do is B prime like this, take this corner out, B, and then insert this corner. So again, sorry, I'll go slow. And what you'll notice is that that is the alg from this case. But it without the sledge at the end. Now for this case, we're just going to do the mirror of that, but that's a bit of an awkward alg. So we're going to do it at this angle instead, where you do a B, take this corner out to here, B prime, and then insert the corner. Next up, we're going to go over these two cases where the block, the top of it is next to the U center. So for the hedge one, we're going to do the inverse of what we did for this case. So we're going to start by taking this corner out to here, and then doing that, then inserting it and undoing the move. Now for this one, we're going to do the inverse of the other one, but like how we had to do it at a weird angle then, in order to make this very finger trickable, we're going to do it from this angle actually. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 like that, and then finish like that. Now for the cases where there is no sledge or hedge block, first we're going to go over the ones where it makes a very big block, whether that's on the block is on the left or on the right. When it's on the right, you're going to go here and do 1, 2, insert this corner, put this back in one move, take this corner out in 3, and do your last move. When it's on the left, you're going to hold it here, take this corner out to here, take this corner out to here, and then solve these two last corners like this, 1, 2, insert. Next up are the cases where there's no big block, and that's if and then you still have the 2, which is solved on the left or on the right. So when it's on the right, you're going to go here, and you're going to take this corner out and insert it again, like to twist it, then do this move, and take it out again, and then do your last 2 moves. Now for this one, this is quite a long alg, but it's quite spammy, so what you're going to do is you're going to do an R, take this corner out to here, take this corner out to here, take this corner out to here, and then insert this corner. So one more time. Take it out, take it out, take it out, insert. Next, we're going to be going over the remaining Peanut X Perm cases. So these are the ones where it's a sledge or hedge block. That earlier in the video we skipped because you can do sledge or hedge to U Perm. However, there are still algs that you can learn for these cases. So we're going to start out with the ones where the sledge block, the top is on the opposite center and the bottom is on an adjacent, versus these where the bottom is by the opposite and the top is by the adjacent. So for this first one, we're going to start here and do a B prime, then sledge right here because it's a sledge block, then rotate down and solve this corner like that. Now for this one, we're going to do a similar thing, but we're going to finger trick it a bit different. So you're going to do a B and then hedge right here, and then rotate up and finish like that. Now for these two, for this one, what I like to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Take this corner out, and then finish in 2 moves. And then for this one, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you're going to do a hedge right here, but I like to do that with B moves like that. This is also acceptable though. So I will do it like that, and then finish there. Next up, we're going to be going over the pi plus O Perm cases. These can be recognized by the 2 solved centers and the pi, and where the U center is in relative to all that. So first up, we're going to go over the ones where there is no blocks, where the U center has no blocks. So your 2 options are that the adjacent center will be on the left or on the right. So when it's on the right, we're going to hold it like this. So we have a solved center and the U center, and we're going to do this 7 move alg, which it's not very intuitive, but it just goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then for this one, we're going to do a similar thing. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that one, sometimes I like to finger trick it like this as well, just based on the situation. Next up are the 2 where there is a big block on the U center. So your options here are that the non-solved center will be on the left or on the right again. So when it's on the left, we're going to hold it here. So we have both the solved in front. Going to insert this corner to here, do a hedge here, and then insert this corner. So that goes like this. And then for this one, we're going to hold it here. So we see an adjacent center and the solved. We're going to insert this to here, do a sledge, and then insert this corner. So again, next up are the ones with the sledge and hedge block. First, we're going to go over the ones where the bottom of the sledge is touching the solved center. Then we'll go over the ones where it's the top, and the same for hedge. So for these two where the bottom is touching the solved center, for the sledge, we're going to start here and take this corner out to here, and then do a hedge right here and take this corner out. So once again, and then for this one, we're going to do the mirror of that. So we're going to hold it here, take this corner out to here, sledge right here, and then put it back. No, and then take this out. So that one looks like this. Now for the last two, these ones are both pretty hard to get because the algs are just not intuitive like the other 7 movers. These are the inverse of those. So first for the sledge block, you're going to go here and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. And for this one, you're going to go here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. So again, next up, we're going to be going over the Peanut plus Horizontal U Perm cases. You can recognize these by the Peanut and the solved and opposite center down here and how they are relative to each other. So I use the Sarah's Advanced for these 3 cases, and then I'll get into the algs for these ones. So for this one, this is where the headlights point here and the opposite center is in the back. You'll come here and you'll do sledge, sledge, hedge. Now for this one, what you're going to do is you're going to start here, and this is where these point away, and the opposite center is over here. You're going to go here and do sledge cancel, like that, and then hedge. And now for this one, this is the mirror of the last one, so you're going to do hedge cancel, and then sledge. Now let's get into ones that I use algs for, starting with this one, where the 2 corners point away from these 2 entirely, and the opposite is on the left. You're going to start by taking this corner out to here. Then you're going to go down, down, take this corner out to here, and finish like that. For this one, what you're going to do is you're going to start with one move like this, and then you're going to do this case. So you're going to go and then do your last move. This next one's very similar. You're going to do one move and then this case, but here at the end it cancels the last move. Now for this one, you're going to do a similar thing. You're going to do an R prime and then this case, but you'll notice that starts with an R prime. So you can actually do an R, but I prefer to do an R2 prime. And then finish like that. Now for this last case, you're going to do one and then do this case. So you're going to go and then do your last move. So the next cases I'll be going over are the 4 remaining pi plus U Perm cases, where the headlights point to the side. We skipped these earlier in the video because they can easily be solved with 3 sledges. However, we can still learn algs for them. So for this one, I actually still use the Sarah's. So you're going to start here and do a sledge, then do a hedge here, and then sledge there. For this one, the alg starts like this. You're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to insert these 2 corners to these 2 spot and finish like that. All right. So once again, now for this case, what you're going to do is you're going to start with an R prime, Then you're going to take this corner out to here, but you're going to do it with B moves like that. Insert this corner and finish with your last move. Now for this case, what you're going to do is you're going to start with RB prime like that. Insert this corner and then finish with 3 moves. So again, next up we're going to be going over the Peanut plus Z Perm Conjugate cases, which you can recognize by the peanut and the one solved center next to the U center. So for these first two, it's where the U center does not make a block with the headlights, and the U center and the solved center are both behind the headlights. So for this one, where the solved center is on the left, this is one of the best algs. You take this corner out to here, do a sledge, rotate down, and solve it like that. So again, and now for this one, what you're going to do is you're going to start here, and you're going to start the same way as the last one with 1, 2, 3, sledge. But now when you go to solve this corner, instead of inserting it, you're going to take this one out and finish with that move. Now for these next two, this is where the headlights face away and towards both of these two. When the U center is on the left, you're going to start here and take this corner out, go up, do a sledge right here, and then insert the corner. Now for this one, this alg's a bit weird. You're going to start here, you're going to go 1, 2, insert this corner, solve these two like that, and do your last move. So once more. Now for these next two cases, where the headlights are here in between the U center and the solved center like this, when it's a sledge block, you're going to come here and do B prime, and then you're going to do the start of this alg that we just learned. You're going to do up to here, and then do your last move different. Now for this one, what you're going to do is you're going to start out right here, and you're going to take this corner up, and then take this one out like that. Then do a sledge here, start a hedge here, but then finish like that. So these are the last two cases. For this one, I just used the Sarah's Advanced, where you go here and you do a sledge, and then sledge cancel. But for this one, you're going to start here, do a B prime, then do double sledge right here. But instead of finishing the last move, you're going to go the other way and do it like that. So these are the 4 remaining Pi plus Wat Perm cases from earlier that we skipped over because you can do sledge or hedge to U Perm. However, you can still learn a good alg for them. So for this one, where it's hedge, and this is on the side that the bottom of the block is on, you're going to go here and insert this, up, insert this, down, take this out, done. And for this one, you're going to do the mirror of that. So you're going to insert this, go down, and insert it here, and then come up and twist the corner. So again on those two, with the hedge block, you start here and you go. And with the sledge block, you start here and you go. Now for this next case, these two are where the top of the block is next to the opposite center. For the sledge one, we're going to do a R2 like this and do this. So this is a lot like this alg, only we're starting with an R2. So you're going to go and finish the alg right up to the last move. And then here you're going to cancel into a hedge like this. So the whole alg looks like this. And then for this alg, what we're going to do is an RB prime, or you can do R2 here. I prefer R2. And then insert this corner, B, and then cancel into this hedge. The last two cases are the H Perm skip cases. These are very good Sarah's advanced cases, which is why you learn them last. And how the NS goes is it's actually only 6 moves. So you go R, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime for the sledge one, and U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R for the hedge one.